6, 5, sweet work, 4, body still come here, 3, 2, 1, and roll it, 11 seconds, come on, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, summit number 1, and all one, here, summit number 4, summit 4, and on 4, yes it is. So I do keep it there. So I 2. And on 2. So 1. Or 1. So I 4. Nice. So I 2. So I 2. And so I 4. And on 4. So I 1. Or 1. So I 2. So I 2. On 2. So I 1. 1. And on 1. So I 4. And on 4. So I 1. Semi-2. Semi-1. And on 1, semi-Eros strap. And on 2, strap Eros. Semi-2. Lose it. Semi-1. And on 1.
Ek kan sien nou hier.
Lose the ad break. You're also going to have to have some yes. Semi-2. And on 2, thank you. Number 1. Number 1. Number 2. Number 1. Number 1. Number 2. 2. Number 1. Number 1. Number 4. Number 4. Number 1. Number 1. Number 2. And on 2. Number 1. Number 1. Number 2. On 2. Number 1. And on 1. Yeah. Somebody 2. Hold that. And on 2. Somebody 1. And on 1. Somebody 2. On 2. Somebody 1. On 1. Somebody 4. Point. Then over. Somebody 2. And Alan strap. And on point. Strap over. Ooh. Somebody lose. Lose it. Somebody 1. And I 1, go to body, and I 2, so I 1, and I 1, so you can see that was nice, so I 4. So I 4.
Media, where we're asking which African country's food and culture do you like? Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express or comment on our Facebook page. To get today's recipe and shopping list sent directly to your phone, simply SMS the keyword EAT to 33650. SMSs are R1.50 each and no free SMSs apply, of course. And the show is streaming live on YouTube, so if you have a device, keep it handy, keep it close by so you can follow along. And because it's winter, we're finishing off with a comforting spiced rice pudding using cardamom and pistachio. So is this a firm favorite of yours?
I grew up eating rice puddings. It's such a thing. You know, I grew up in a home where comfort food was what you ate. And this is just, I think it's great. It's got the pistachio in it. I mean, who doesn't really love pistachio nuts?
I know.
So this is festive, but it's also so simple. I think that's the best part. So comfort, easy. You're just going to want to eat it all of the time. And yes, my mom's going to be proud today. Let's put it that way.
And one more time, if you'd like the recipe for this dessert, then simply SMS the keyword clover to 33650. Those SMSs, once again, are charged at R1.50 per SMS and no free SMSs apply. Plus, our lines are definitely open, so call us, chat to us, give us your questions, give us your tips, tell us how much you love some of the stuff we'll be making. Call us on 021-430-9881. Now, our special guest today plays one of the best-loved characters on SABC3. The boisterous and opinionated Morongwa in Isidingo has entertained audiences since being introduced in 2016. But the woman behind the role has honed her craft for more than 10 years. Soso Rungqu was born and raised in the Eastern Cape, and her rise to stardom was not without its struggles. She started her career on stage and has appeared in a number of top productions, including Seven de Laan and the critically acclaimed Jovicho.
Hey, listen, listen, Mamelani, on you, eh? You, Nina, and you. Hashtag nonke. Ewana lendo lena. Le poto yilena. Amanyala man, no good. No good.
Morongwa uzoxoxa.
awugxotha iikonsi zam wena noxa ndithetha nawe. Nicinga famba nizawukwenza ipotsoyi apha, kumnandi, nenza nide ninxibe nto zasemigodini inganeyazi uba kwenzeka ntoni na. Thina siyaya phana anda. Day to day, bomi bethu siyathandaza uba enkosi yam ngase ndiphume. Lapha,
Morongwa, this is a fundraising event for the church.
andithethi nawe nondatshaza. Khawuhambe uyodyobha iinzipho zakho. Ulapho utya iphiko, hlali. Bentsima wazi bhetere yazi wena. Kodwa ulapha ingupapa peni, ingathi unemali, oyi. Wow, sizawulamba. Kodwa ke ndizawuhlala le potso yenu. Kodwa ke kuzawufuneka ndibe qhafu, hey? Ukuba kaloku sizawunyeliswa zizityebi. Urungwazi, makanxibe ingathi sisityebi, abe mhle ngathi sisityebi. Hey, the baka is a jive. It's called a dance. Hey, jive sing. Jive and sing the baka. Jive and sexy. Jive and jive nomlungu. Oh, jive and sexy. Sexy. Oh, the baka and the
Oh my goodness, you are so lit. And you just said none of that stuff was scripted. I can see none of that stuff was scripted.
Who would write joke about, like, never.
And in that moment, when you're improving, like, does this stuff just come to you, like,
yeah?
Or do you kind of go in with an idea of where you want to end up and where you want to begin? Or are you just those actors who show up and it just comes to you?
It's a bit of everything because obviously everything is scripted. There are lines for you, there's guidelines, obviously.
Yeah.
But where I work, there is so much freedom with the script. So you can play around, you can make the character your own, you can do whatever that works for you. So that, wowza.
Yeah.
It was a lot, eh?
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot, and I love it.
It was.
Now, also couldn't stop staring at your arms. Those Michelle Obama arms, you've got to give me the recipe.
No, that was last year.
Because I need... Oh, that was last year. Things done changed since then. Is that why you're wearing a long sleeve?
Yeah, it does, because I don't want people to be like, okay. No.
Oh, yeah, so hilarious. But before your role on Isidingo, you were doing some solid work and you've had to seriously pay your dues. Yeah. And what are some of the highlights of that journey?
It was... A lot of things happened in that journey because also you must remember, well, let me just backtrack. A lot of people think I'm a new kid on the block.
Yeah.
Because of this big role that I just got. But before that, I went to school to study performing arts. I was jobless for most of my after varsity life. I got a bit of everything.
And this is not because you weren't going to auditions,
yeah.
It's not because you weren't showing up.
Dude, it was rough. You probably would know.
Yeah, I know.
It took 10 years for me to get that.
Wow.
A full 10 years. So now you can only imagine how it is as an artist and when you're hungry every day and you times that by 10 years. So it took a lot. It forced me to grow. It forced me to understand a lot of things that I didn't even understand about myself. So I think that was also necessary for me to be where I am today, so that I can get it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm sure. I mean, I've had hard journeys and hard little periods in my journey. And do you look back and think to yourself, I'm glad I paid that fee for the things that I know now, than learning a different way, like a harder way in future?
Yeah. Most definitely. Because I don't think if I had gotten everything that I have right now, I would have embraced it like this back then. I needed to grow. I needed to go through those speed humps, man.
Yeah.
And I'm glad for me it happened at a very younger stage than now. Because now I can actually be the person who appreciates.
Absolutely.
Even the little things that people be like, yo, that's it, you know?
Yeah. Did giving up ever enter your mind? Did you ever think, maybe like I had it wrong, I love this thing, but I'm just going to have to bury it and lay it to rest and find another thing to do?
Don't you all try to give up when something doesn't work? Whether it's relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's anything, because we got blood in our veins. So you do give up when things don't go your way, but because we persevere, we pray, we ask, and we ask with a clear mind, and you send stuff to the universe. So
Yeah.
I'm
And,
glad I
and the
didn't.
universe does respond.
Oh no,
it definitely does respond.
With
and
a,
it
with
is
a happy
for us.
heart and a clean heart,
Yeah.
it responds
Yeah.
proper.
Ahead of Father's Day is just around the corner.
Yeah.
You have a very special relationship with your father and he's impacted your life quite demonstrably. So tell us about it.
What do you want to know?
Your journey just with having to, which part do I want to
Ish.
know? You had at some point to take a hiatus and actually go
Yeah.
back home and be with your father. Tell us the
Yeah.
circumstances of that.
My father was the most amazing man I've ever met in my life.
Wow.
Oh, there was the last few years. We're from church there, actually. So you see that smile, right? That's what love is. That's what love feels like. Because when I look at him, even though he's not here, I'm just like, you know?
That was love.
Because he was that guy. I know love for my dad. I know how it means to be loved for my dad before I met boys, before I met men, before I became a young lady, and all of that, because my dad was that guy who really loved us and kept our home together, and he was such a freaking champ at it. And he gave us the best that he could. But yeah, life happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was very big of
That's
you
my
to,
mom.
you do look like your mom as well.
Yeah, but I look more like my dad.
You look more like your
Yeah,
dad.
I'm here.
But it must have
Dad.
been a huge sacrifice for you to put your career on hold and go and be with your father. And I'm sure looking back, you're very grateful that you did that.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing I regret, man, about anything that I did in my past.
Yeah.
Like, I was saying to one of my friends when they were asking, what is the one thing that you would probably change because now you're in a different space and this is what you're doing and so forth. And I said to her, you know what, actually, I would do it all over again.
The same. Yeah.
All with the same
would change
people.
nothing.
I would
Yeah.
let the same people hurt me in that certain way. I would let, you know, certain things happen in the same way and the
Yeah.
same pattern.
Yeah.
Because that was what I needed,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of things now, when people try and mess you around, you're just like, oh, is that the best you can do?
Yeah, yeah. Was that your best shot?
Come on.
Yes,
I've been dealing
yeah.
with things like this for a
Absolutely.
very long time.
So you're one of those actors who've trained for what you do, but also now with this raging beast called social media and people becoming influencers, it seems like sometimes people's crafts and their ability to actually show up and deliver has almost taken a back seat. What's your approach to it all? Are you like, I'm an actress and a business, or I'm just an actress and I'm purely an artist and I'm only focusing on that?
I am totally focusing on my art. I'm not saying I could be the business, but right now I'm open to that, but I'm solely focusing on my craft. I love my art. I love what I do. And every time and every day I try and get better at it.
Yeah.
By listening, by asking, by going to places, by showing up to things and so forth.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be comfortable in my art.
Yeah.
Because the moment you start getting comfortable, that's when the art takes a backseat and all the other things become a focus.
Absolutely.
And different strokes, but for me, I'm just like, hey, let's just work, guys. It's been a long time. Can we just work and just focus on this thing?
Yeah. What's it like going back home now? Do people treat you differently? Are you still the Soso they know from back then?
Dude, I'm a superstar in my hometown, right? I'm from East London.
Yeah.
Grew up in Tanzania. That's Punzana, because that's where my grand is from. And that's actually Amalinda. So obviously, when I go home, it's just
lit.
like, Exe, you're into Anna. It's amazing, and I love it.
Yeah.
You know, I still hang with the same people. We still do the same things.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed. Home is still that vibe, because I grew up in a very, very happy vibe. So it's amazing, man, to see people that come to me and they're like, thank you for putting us on the map. You're doing a great job. We look up to you. You know?
Yeah.
And you're even more beautiful in real life.
In real life. I love it when they say that. You're also a musician. You love your music. Are we going to see you venturing more into that space in future?
I don't know.
You don't know? Why?
Because I'm not thinking about it, but like, I don't know how. You see
But
now.
it's obviously something that you've grown and honed.
I know. I can't say.
Right? Yeah, I can tell. I can sing.
No, there was.
I love that.
The singing thing, because my voice is also different. That's what's nice about it.
Yeah.
You know? I can sing like myself, not
Please
like...
sing something for us.
Ewe
kaloku.
Fondongo.
Hayi, for just
'Cause I knew this was going
for
there, ne?
ambience, ewe. Yes. That song you sing in the shower.
No, but in Uneflungo. Son, I don't sing in the shower because I can sing, Bonnie.
Oh, so only people who can't sing in the shower.
Yeah.
You did that whole, we watched this whole improv where you walked into that party and you shut it down. We'd like you to please shut down the loft with your voice.
Yeah, okay. It's all done. Let's have a break after the break.
I'm going to give you some time during the break, and then in the kitchen where I put your cooking skills to the test, you're going to just whip up a little
You're not letting this go,
No,
right?
I'm not letting it go.
Okay.
You can
because we'll be in the kitchen, it makes sense.
Yes. After the break, we put Soso to the test in the kitchen with the Afternoon Express cook along. And today we're making a spread of starters inspired by West Africa. And on social media, we're asking you which African country's food and culture do you like? Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express or comment on our Facebook page. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. We've been boomeranging our way into the next phase, thanks to Chef Eros. Now, if you want today's recipe and shopping list sent directly to your phone, simply SMS the keyword EAT to 33650, and SMSs are charged at R1.50 each and no free SMSs apply. If you have any culinary questions or you want to give us some tips or you know any scandals about our guest, do call us on 021-430-9881. No, I'm kidding. Just call us and talk about what we're making and give us any tips. Just share. Yeah. Awesome.
All right, ready to get started?
Take it away.
All right, so we're going to start with the plantain. Can you handle that? All right. So all I need you to do is peel this plantain. You know what to do.
I
yeah?
want to do it.
All right. So you're gonna use a knife. All right. All right. So while she's playing the plantain on that side, we have a puff mix, and I've mentioned. All right. So so do that, and then. Knife just goes all the way through, and then you pull it open. Okay. So you've got some puff over there. Yeah. Puff is like something like donuts, right?
Is it like a donut?
Yeah, but it's not as doughy, right? Oh, you do?
Yeah, we call it amaquinha.
Amaquinha.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's sweet, you know, and sometimes savory. So with this one, what we pretty much have there is some flour, some sugar, some yeast, some cinnamon, some spice, all right? I love to put some nutmeg in there as well. You can do without the cinnamon and nutmeg, and some salt, and then you just add some lukewarm water and let that rise for about an hour, half an hour thereabout, and then you just start popping in the hot oil and start frying it until it's ready, okay?
So I can carry on with this.
So you can carry on scooping that in.
The dough looks so fluffy.
It is quite fluffy.
It like that?
Just let it rise. Just let it rise. Lukewarm water, let it rise. And make sure that oil is hot. Now, there's a thing about puff, right?
What is the thing about puff?
When the first fry always comes out a little weird.
Yeah.
It's like pancakes.
Yeah.
The first one's never perfect.
No, never.
Okay.
So, and on the plantain, now this is from West Africa, usually Ghana. So we're going to slice this thin just like that, okay? All right. So I'm going to spice the plantain. And for the spice of the plantain, I've got some chilies. So some crushed chilies, some garlic powder, some ginger powder, paprika. You know, we've got some nutmeg as well. We've got some white pepper, and then some cloves. Now, the recipe calls for a certain amount of cloves. You can reduce that if you don't like that heaviness of the clove, because clove is quite a heavy spice. I'm going to use half that quantity of the cloves, okay?
Okay.
All right. So I'm mixing all those spices together.
You've crushed those cloves, obviously.
Yes,
right?
they've all been crushed already.
Okay.
Yeah. So just mix all those spices together, and I'm going to add some stock cubes, all right?
Awesome.
So
tell me, can you... So I've been playing around with like gluten-free cooking at home because my boys are allergic to gluten.
Oh, wow.
And can I use something else instead of flour? What about that tapioca?
You know, I've never actually tried that.
Apparently.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes, I do. I know tapioca is made of cassava, but I've never actually tried that before. I feel like it might be a little heavy.
I think you might need to use a combination of flours.
You might need, exactly. But then it won't be gluten-free anymore.
Yeah, you can't just do a direct swap out. I find the weights of them are different to flour, so you might need to play a little bit. You could
coconut flour, maybe.
Or almond could be really nice as well because it would go with the spices. So I would just play around until you've got the correct balance.
Yeah, until I've got it, I'll just use the flour for now.
Okay.
Because I know I believe you've been loving these puff puffs.
I've been stealing them when you all weren't
looking.
And
okay. So now all the spices are sort of just mixed in there, and that's the spice mix. I'm gonna put in some ground onions in the bowl.
Why do you ground the onions? I've actually never seen ground onions being used.
Just to make it stick onto the plantain, right? So that's going to be the liquid base that's going to help the marinade stick to the plantain. And it's also going to add some sweetness to this plantain as well, okay?
Lovely, lovely.
Sorry, I'm just taking my time.
All right, so go on. So a little thicker on the plantain, all right? Okay. So a little thicker.
So do you cook much at home?
I can't just say, I'm a cooker.
I can see that you're a cooker who eats the food. Who eats the food as well.
I'm a cooker.
All right. So all this plantain is going to go in the bowl. So once you're done, just chuck all of it in that bowl.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. So
hands are washed.
I'm very fascinated by this ground onion. I've never ever tried it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's
really good.
I use that to marinate meats as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so all that goes in there, and then I'll just start to spice that.
That's your spice mix. So you basically made your own like little five spice, your African five spice, right?
Pretty much. All right. Okay. And then I'm just gonna mix that through.
What's your specialty? What do you cook the most?
It used to be meat, but now I'm into fish a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I don't cook it. I like always buy it.
You just buy it ready-made. Yeah.
I don't have time. I'm very busy. Like I'm trying to get into my singing career.
Not having time to cook.
So I'm having meetings with recording deals and managers. So I get home late. Yo.
Okay, I get you. I get you.
But
Smells
Chef,
delicious.
I get
Can you
you.
smell that?
Smell that.
It does.
But Chef, you could obviously make up these, you know, the spices before, get everything marinated and ready to go.
Yes, pretty much. And even better, you can keep this in the fridge for about 30 minutes,
Awesome.
you know, or even overnight. And then just make sure it's covered with cling film. And then you can come back and just fry that on.
So I see that plantain is a little bit of a more like a firmer texture than banana.
Yes, so it's not as sweet as bananas, but they're from the same family, you know, from the same family.
Right.
All right. You know, sometimes I like to get my hands in there.
Nice.
I'm tempted to
One
get my
should,
hands
yeah.
in there. But it's
Sometimes
okay.
the best part about cooking is you've got to like...
It's
Feel the ingredients, you know, so feel all that. All right, so while that oil's getting hot in there, okay, we're going to test one just to see how that's frying.
Okay. Oh,
Yep, that's about fine. So
I
do you want to
like
just pop
it.
those in there?
I like it.
Can do this? All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
How are the dough balls coming? Pop off?
So they are now getting warm, so we're starting to see them bubble and
All right,
starting
so
to get a
let's
little
take
bit
that heat up
golden.
a bit.
I want it to
All right.
Oh, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be so
So to
good.
skewer these plantains, I've got some shrimps in here.
I'm hearing those for you.
All right, so just the basic fish seasoning. It's going to go in
Turn
there.
that down a bit.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Wow.
And then to marry the flavor together, I'm going to add a little bit of the spice mix again. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And then
Awesome.
we're just going to toss this
So
through.
our viewers are absolutely loving you. Somebody's actually calling you right now, and it's Estelle from Bloemfontein. Hello, Estelle. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Hi, good morning, you lovely people. Good afternoon.
Hey, Estelle.
Ma'am, I actually have a comment for our guest.
Yes.
I watch her every morning, and I find her very delightful. But I just want to know from Morongwa, where do you get your attitude from?
Hey, that
Thank
girl,
you.
Estelle.
Thank you, Estelle.
Thank you, Estelle. Yo, that girl, Estelle. That girl is a mind welder. She's been struggling.
She's a welder.
She's got problems. But she's lovely inside, so you must get to know her. But Soso is amazing. She even speaks well. Thank you for the call.
Who are some of the actresses who've inspired you? I mean, have you gotten a lot of people saying you remind them of Brenda Ngoli?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Fasi. And a lot. I get inspired by a lot of artists. But, sorry, because everyone has got their own different style. So that fascinates me. I love Usu's Ntati.
Yes, yes.
I
She's
love-
played a character called Morongwa as well, actually.
Yes.
Yes.
In
yeah.
that other channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Mamukoni, Chueme.
Yeah, yeah.
I love Omamuna Mshangonyeni.
Yes.
I love...
Yeah, so
Nabanye.
you're absolutely inspired by South African actors.
Yes, no,
okay,
def,
cool.
def.
All right, so how do we want these to end up looking?
So we want this brown and
We want
cooked
them
through.
golden.
Golden brown, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A little darker
Right.
than golden, so a little darker just to make sure the plantain is properly cooked on the inside.
So this is not
will
ready?
No, it's not. So I'm going to toss these in there, just
So
waiting for the pan to
I
get
heard
hot.
you mention earlier that puff puff is usually a party treat, like a little nibble before the main food.
Yeah.
And when else is it eaten? Because we usually eat it for breakfast, lunch and supper.
Nepoloni, cheese.
It's,
Acha.
I mean, in
Bologna
Nigeria...
with cheese, with snook fish.
Oh, so we don't do all of that. In Nigeria, it's pretty much for parties, right? So it's a party favorite. It's one of those things that you look forward to. We have it as something called small chops, right? So
Okay.
it's usually with a bunch of different things, some grilled chicken, some prawns, you know, a whole bunch of different other things, spring
wow.
rolls, samosas, you know, but some people have it at home as well, you know?
You guys look forward to Amakwenya.
What is a makwe?
Well, I just can't wait.
right. Yeah, we look forward to it.
I can't
All
wait
right.
to be invited to
Can we
a
turn up the
fancy
heat on that?
party in
So we're
Nigeria
on quite high.
where there's going to be all this food that you're talking about, served the way that you're describing it.
Yeah.
Can I look forward to an
Yes, of
invite
course,
from you?
of course. There's a lot of parties happening all the time, so I'll definitely
Yeah.
send that invitation.
Good. Are we
Okay.
winning with the stove?
We're just waiting
looks
for
like
this
it's a bit low.
heat to go up. So we've lost a little bit of heat on
We've
one
lost
side.
a little bit of heat.
But at least that looks like it's still going, and then we'll get this right
Okay,
shortly.
we'll fix that soon. We'll fix that soon.
Perfect.
So should we just give a recap of what we've done so far? So
Yeah.
we've started to deep fry the puff puffs. Okay, and we have
Plantain.
We have the plantain in there, which we dipped in your spice
Mix, yes.
and the ground onion, and
Yes.
that's deep frying nicely. And now you've taken your shrimp, which you also put in the spice.
Yes,
Same
and some
spice.
fish seasoning as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just sort of tossing that away. And then we're going to skewer this together and it'll be delicious.
And if you didn't do seafood, because I was wondering, would this kind of spice mix should be great with chicken as well?
Yes.
Could you skew
so you
chicken?
can do it for chicken,
Perfect. So whatever
you can change
prefer.
it for whatever you prefer,
so
to be
fish,
honest.
meat, chicken, it's all going to work,
it's all gonna
which is
work.
awesome.
Yeah, and you can have it on its own. As a matter of fact,
just
traditionally,
actually just eating it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Are there particular spices that are, you would say, are West African spices?
Are there? Yes. So we cook with a lot of Scotch bonnets, right? So we call it atarodo. It's really spicy. So a lot of our food has that. And then we also work with a lot of like, what's it called? Stock cubes, right? So a lot of stock cubes go into the cooking that we do. And suya spice, which is something that is actually a mix of spices, predominantly ginger, so ginger, some peppers, and then some ground kuli, which is really a nut, okay?
Oh, wow.
Right?
Wow, it sounds
so
exciting.
Awesome.
We're going to take a short break, and when we return, more from Chef Eros.
There we go.
Why is it not going?
Because we don't.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. We're live on SABC3. It's our Tuesday cook-along, and joining us today is Soso Rungqu.
Yes, ma'am.
Our Chef Eros and Sue Allen. Okay, so back to the kitchen, back to the matter at hand. Yeah. Those are quite thinly sliced,
yes,
right?
Pretty much.
Yep. And this is suya. I'm making suya,
Is that suya?
which is a huge Nigerian flavor. Favorite, actually.
Is it called suya because of how you're going to make it, or is it a type of beef?
It's a type of spice that goes on beef, chicken. So it's called suya spice, otherwise locally known as yaji, which is pretty much a mix of nuts and peppers. So in this bowl now, I have some ground kuli, which is the nuts that we use in Nigeria. You can alter that for peanuts, all right? So toasted peanuts, so I'm gonna put that in that bowl.
Toasted peanuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in this bowl, I have ground ginger, ground onions, and ground garlic. So that all goes in there.
Wow.
And that just makes up like the base of the flavor.
I love these
I
flavors.
was just gonna say,
That's so
everything
exciting.
is just like has got a pop when you put it in your mouth.
know,
I'm super excited to try it.
And then
they're
the
all
heat,
bold.
yeah,
Yeah.
the heat is gonna come from the paprika
Yes.
and the chili peppers. All right, so
that
that's
heat.
going.
All of
it.
Yeah. All
Okay,
of
that heat
All of that.
is lit.
Okay, and then
I love
finally
me some heat. I'm not
ground.
complaining.
Finally, some ground beef seasoning. All right,
Ground
cubes.
beef seasoning.
All right, so that all just
stock.
gets mixed together.
I was about to say ground beef seasoning.
Beef stock.
And then
Yeah.
I've got a question for you, and probably for our viewers. In terms of the cuts of beef that you prefer to use for this, what would you advise as the best? Because I can see you've obviously cut it quite thin. When we think of a skewer, we typically think, big chunks of meat.
So
what do you like working with?
Preferably fillet. So
Okay.
like a good fillet is always a good choice. And then all you need to do is sort of cut this as thinly as possible. Yeah. And then what we're going to do is just stick them through,
Okay.
with a skewer.
Okay.
All right. So I'm
Awesome.
just mixing all this flavors together.
So you've got our lines popping today. We've got another caller on the line, Sianda, all the way from East London. Molo, Sianda, welcome to Afternoon Express.
Hi, how are you?
Well, wow, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
What is your comment or question for Soso?
I actually want to say hello to her. I don't know if she remembers me, but I am Sianda Feliz, the daughter of Wendy Felizwe. And our mothers are quite good friends, and I think our grandmothers also used to be good friends, but unfortunately my grandmother passed away. So I'm from Ezpunzane as well, Limba Street, and I just want to say I am so happy for her. She's doing great things. I'm so proud of her, and may she just continue to do great things. I believe she's going places, and she's just representing us so well. I love her very much.
Thank you so much, Sianda, for that home love. Some home love, huh?
Dude. Yes. Elimba Logo.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Exactly.
So funny. So how do you actually get the beef so thin?
With a knife.
You just
cut it thin.
A really sharp.
Yeah. So just cut it thin.
It
and
actually
just-
reminds me a little bit of bulgogi.
Yeah, very similar
Right?
actually in the cut.
Yeah, okay, so the texture ends up looking a little bit like that in the end. Okay.
And that's obviously also going to help to cook quickly. I know you were saying
Very
when, you,
quickly.
when, you,
Yes,
when you've got
yes.
less time to actually be able to do that quickly. And then, Chef, I know we're also going to be, we're making a drink to go.
Yes,
Meal.
actually.
Because I'm
Yes.
holding this and I'm smelling this and I'm loving
Now,
it and wanting to get involved. So tell us a little bit about this.
This is the drink
The
of
drink,
West Africa,
okay.
as far as I'm
It's
concerned.
the drink.
Right?
When do you drink it?
Beautiful.
All the time?
All the time. All the time.
Okay.
It's called Zobo. And it's made from hibiscus flower, right?
Awesome.
So it's dried hibiscus flower. And all you're gonna do is pop that in the pan.
Awesome.
All right? And you're gonna add some pineapples for some sweetness.
Divine.
And then you're also gonna add some water and a little bit of sugar.
Where can I find these ingredients? Where can
Tea
I
shop.
find
Go to
this,
tea
this
shop.
dried hibiscus flower?
Tea shop. So a good
Yeah?
tea shop would have,
Okay.
yeah, so tea shop.
Isn't that
All right.
amazing?
That is amazing. This is, like he said, the drink. So, okay, I'm going to try and make sure I do this
So all of that
correctly.
water.
Is
There we
it
go.
particularly served warm or cold?
Cold.
Or
So it's served
you
cold.
put it in the fridge
Yeah.
afterwards.
And then obviously just a whole bunch of sugar
love the
for the
colour.
syrup base.
So it's like a natural
and then,
Kool-Aid.
Exactly. And then some ginger as well.
And some ginger.
Ginger. So I'm going to...
Still fun.
Is that
so
a
that
bit
can
of
come out
refined
now.
sugar
So you
we
can
put
just
in?
set
So
that
we've
on
got
there.
some, what looks like caster sugar, so it's just more fine. And is there a preference on sugar that you would use for this?
No,
or
not really.
Whatever you've
Whatever
already
sugar
got?
you want.
Awesome.
So I'm putting on the spice now over this beef. And as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm patting it down with quite a lot of that spice.
A lot of that spice, huh?
Yeah. So I'm going to flip it on the other side and pretty much do the same thing.
And then you kind of just set that on a griddle, on a
Pretty much, yeah.
low oil, small oil. Okay. Low
sure
oil,
what this
small
banana
oil,
is.
no. And
I'm not sure about this
apha,
banana.
babes.
The banana is spicy. And this is jam.
I know.
Sizozitya ke
Ah,
papa.
It's looking great.
So full of it. Okay, cool.
So this is obviously just going to boil up, and we'll just let this sugar dissolve, and then do we take it off? And that's
so you leave that to boil for about an hour.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you just let that cool
Shouldn't
off and then strain.
Shouldn't be frying faster?
It should be if the heat is high enough.
Maybe you can swap really go now, so we could actually swap.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys want to keep an eye on it?
Absolutely.
So we're ready to grill this?
Yes, we are.
Right,
it looks absolutely amazing.
Is this something we could do on an open fire? You know, as South Africans like to
We love a good braai.
We love a good braai.
Now, that's the best way to do this, on open fire.
Amazing.
Okay, cool.
Just make sure it's nicely coated with the suya spice.
Okay, perfect. So we've started on our drink, our hibiscus. What's the name of the drink? Zobo. We've got our zobo going.
Our prawns are
and our prawns are cooking nicely. Our plantain's looking beautiful. Well done there, well done. And we've just started to sizzle our beef, right? Okay, awesome.
So all under control.
Yeah, it's all under control. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Clover fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. It's been so festive and exciting in this kitchen today. The fun is not about to stop, and there's nothing more comforting than a bowl full of old-fashioned rice pudding. It only makes sense to have it as our dessert recipe on our cook-along today, made with the freshness and quality of Clover fresh full cream milk. So if you'd like to give it a go, SMS Clover to 33650. That sounds creamy and oh so delicious. Sue-Ann, where do we begin?
So we're going to start with our spices. It's a spicy day in the kitchen, which is amazing. So I've put this onto heat, and we can already start to smell the
cardamom and the
aromas
cinnamon.
releasing. So your star anise, your cardamom, your cinnamon's going to go in. We're just going to let that toast, and once you start to smell like we're doing those flavors released, we're going to add in our vanilla paste and our pistachio nut paste, which I'm super excited about. And this is such an easy thing to make. It's deshelled pistachios, icing and water, and you blitz that up until you've got your paste. So even if you're doing other desserts, bear in mind that it's actually that simple
so easy
to do. So because I love pistachios as much, I would keep an extra bowl and even add more.
Okay, okay.
So I'm going to pop this in.
Okay.
And then we'll do our vanilla paste, because no dessert is complete without
some vanilla.
Some vanilla. So you can, if you don't have or can't find vanilla
use
paste,
extract.
you can use extract, you can use essence. So any of them are going to work. And we'll start to see that caramelize and sugar, which is really, and now it's starting to smell like dessert. And then we're going to move on to, I'm going to pop that on there, to our liquids, so our Clover fresh milk. And the freshest milk available on shelf. What's great about this as well, it's got added nutrients and minerals, so you're getting even more bang for your buck. So about 2 cups of this is going to go in.
So you're such a seasoned chef. You know what 2 cups is just by pouring.
You know what, I hope so. But you do, you start to be able to feel your way around it. It's not where the creaminess ends. We've also got 1 cup of coconut milk.
Coconut milk, yummy.
So adding all of that richness, that real comfy goodness for winter.
Okay.
And then cream. You know, they say once on the lips, always on the hips. But I think when it comes to stuff, who cares? Life's too short. So that's going to go in, and then I'm going to give this a little bit of a mix-up. We just want to get all of our pastes, all of our infusions in.
I could just drink this.
And I was this is going to make the most beautiful. Strain this and just, we're not going to get very far today. We're going to snack along in between. So we'll start to see that kind of come to heat. And then I'm going to add in sugar. So we want our sweetness. And obviously, just give that a little bit of a stir and let it dissolve. And then we are going to add in our rice.
Our rice, here we go.
So our main base for this. So rice
what kind of rice is that?
So this is just short grain white rice.
Short grain.
So short grain white rice is going to be the best to use for this. If you want to be a little bit adventurous, you could use jasmine rice as well. So it would just add an extra bit of flavor. So if you were doing, sort of Asian-inspired meals, change it up by using a different kind of rice, which is great. So this will go in. We'll let it come up to a slight boil, and then we'll turn our heat down and just let that simmer for 20 minutes. It's going to do its own thing.
This is bringing back so many childhood memories. Whenever I was hungry at home and I was lazy to make food, I'd just take cooked rice, add some milk and some sugar. It was like my favorite
thing to do. I think that's also the great thing about rice is it is so versatile. It's not just a savory. It can be a sweet and so easily done. Just gonna...
And you can add clover milk to anything.
You can add clover milk to anything, and there you go, rice pudding in a flash.
Absolutely.
So I'm also gonna add, we're gonna garnish with this, but I think I'll just pop some lemon and or lime zest, either or, into this, which just adds that extra kind of fresh pop, which when it's so sweet and rich, maybe we need. And then, as I said, this will come up to a boil. We'll let it simmer for 20 minutes. And then if you are cooking in a cast iron skillet, what's really great about this is once this is been done for 20 minutes, you literally just clean the outside of the pan, and this can go straight into the oven. Into your oven.
And so this is what it's going to come out
that's
as.
a finished product, but we've just got one more step. So once this is done, we would add, you see it gets rich, and I know what people at home are thinking, could it be more decadent? Egg yolks and mascarpone, which we actually going to add.
Egg yolk and mascarpone.
Because we do want the baked dish at the end. So this is obviously just going to help to set all of this. So this we would put in.
This is so decadent.
It's so decadent. It's really probably one of the most amazing desserts. And
but I think it's going to be absolutely worth it.
It's going to be
I think if
so
on
worth
cheat day, this is absolutely worth it. This delicious pudding is the perfect ending to any meal. Remember to SMS Clover to 33650 to get this recipe sent to you. And in case you missed any of this, here's a quick recap for your viewing pleasure.
Made with love by Clover.
Now, before we tuck into these delicious dishes, we're going to take a short break. Head over to our social media platforms and join the conversation. Which African country's food and culture do you like? Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express, or please comment on our Facebook page. We'll be right back.
Clover fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover.
Join us this Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. as Presenter Search on 3 enters the Masterclass Workshop phase. PE and Cape Town contestants are put through their paces by industry mentors. Can they do interviews while skating on ice? Will they remain calm in an Afternoon Express takeover?
Sorry about that.
Find out this Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. on SABC3. Repeat Saturdays at 12 midday. The stage is yours.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Thank you so much for joining us for our Tuesday cook-along. Now, My School, My Village, My Planet is giving us all the opportunity to raise even more funds for CHOC by simply taking part in the My School 1 million rand vote for charity challenge. You can vote for CHOC and help them get their share of 1 million rand. And here's how it works. Go to the My School Vote for Charity website, then pick your favorite charity. We've selected CHOC. Enter your My School or linked Woolies card number and vote. And for every vote, My School will donate 5 rand to CHOC on your behalf. And remember to take part and vote for CHOC. You have to be a My School card holder, and if you don't have a My School card yet, download the free My School app, sign up for your virtual card, and select CHOC as your beneficiary. By doing this, you stand the chance of winning one of 2 1,000 Rand Woolworths gift cards. T's and C's do apply. Now, the food looks absolutely amazing. Our audience is loving you here. And I can't wait to savor it. And you are going to serenade us while we taste all this beautiful food. So I'm just putting you to date on what's about to happen, updating you. And we've got a beautiful comment here from Beyonce Fredericks, who says, wow, the actress Sonwabise Soso Rungqu. I don't know what happened to the iPad. Okay, it'll load again. Basically, she's saying you inspired her to go to drama school.
Aww. That's super dope.
Yeah. How do you feel when you get comments like that?
I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good. Actually, I do. I get overwhelmed. I feel shy.
Oh, you shy? I don't know about that.
Like, look,
but,
no.
I hope you're not...
but thank you so much. It means a lot. It means a lot.
Yeah, it's beautiful when you can inspire people that way.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're ready to inspire us with a song. We are ready and waiting.
You're not getting off this one.
So, Lama... Now?
Yes.
Hey. Oh, okay, let's probably try something that we both know. You know, there's a song that always inspired me when I was just going through the most. So I'm just apologizing or making excuses in advance, guys, that I don't have a voice and I'm sick. So the song goes like that. We can all sing along. There will be mountains that I will have to climb, and there will be battles that I will have to fight. But victory or defeat, it's up to me to decide. But how can I expect to win if I never try? I just can't give up now. Yes, I've come too far from where I started from. And nobody told me the road would be easy, but I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Yeah.
That was really good.
I'm so glad I put you on the spot to do that. We are so blessed, girl. Wow. So I've got the iPad back, and Beyonce Frederick says that I'm loving this actress so much. She inspired me to do drama and theatre at school.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Beyonce.
it's absolutely beautiful. Cool. So should we have a go at this? I want to taste the spiciest, hottest thing on the table.
Okay.
And that would be...
That would probably be that, all right?
Okay.
So that's the suya. Now that's the beef suya. We also have a spicy puff puff. So that's a spicy puff puff again. It's a puff puff in the suya spice, and then we have a sweet puff puff. We've got the regular puff puff. We've got the kiliwili with the shrimp, and then what we also have here is plantain chips. Delish.
It's taking me to church.
All right, so shall we dig in?
And we can cool down with our drink.
Yes, I'm going to pour you guys a drink.
Awesome.
All right, so
This looks absolutely amazing.
They really love
I'm going to substitute today as my cheat day. I was going to do
All right,
it.
if you wanna bring
I'm
your
going to wait
glass
till the weekend, but it's today. Today is the day.
your glass?
So join us again tomorrow when we spend the afternoon with presenter of the East Coast Drive in KZN. Okay.
Yeah, that's what you want. Yeah.
Okay, this is so hot.
Yeah.
It is hot. It is hot.
They really love puff puffs in Nigeria.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Bonganim Tolo joins us from East Coast Drive in KZN, and he's recently won Best Afternoon Drive radio presenter, so we can't wait to chat to him.
Good stuff.
Wow, guys, it's so lit. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Soso. Thank you, Sue Ellen. And thank you, Chef Eros.
Awesome.
It's been an absolute pleasure to have you join us in the loft. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Good night and happy eating.
Here's one of the
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Nada. Feel Good Production.